What's up? What's up? What's up? Hi, it's me again, LaShawn Bridges. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. As each week, I discuss with you guys politics and the up-running Democratic presidential candidates for year 2020. All right, you guys, I know I've been out for a minute and so much has went on with the debates and so many have dropped out, right? And we're down to just two candidates, Joe Biden against Bernie Sanders, okay? So I'm just going to get down before I discuss those two candidates. I'm going to talk to you guys about what's really serious. I mean, not that they're not serious, but what's really going on right now with the coronavirus, okay, the pandemic. So we're going to get down to talking about that, okay, today. I'm going to talk with you guys. Now, yesterday on Monday, President Trump, okay, encouraged people to eliminate social gathering to just 10 people, okay, 10 people, you guys. The coronavirus has spread to dozens of countries globally, we know. And it was first reported in Wuhan, China, back in December, okay, for those of you who are not familiar with what happened with that. Now, there has been reported thousands of cases worldwide. And I read in the New York Times that as of Tuesday, 5,000 people, okay, 49 states have been infected with the coronavirus. That's a lot of people. That's just as of Tuesday. They've been tested positive. It also stated that 93 patients have died from the virus. And I'm sure this number will change daily, okay, because it's already been changing daily. Restaurants in some of these states, such as Illinois, Michigan, and Georgia, and other states, has been found with the symptoms, issues with the coronavirus. And they have been ordered to shut the inside of the restaurants down and only leave the outside, available for people to still be able to go to the restaurant. So because I guess in fear of the coronavirus spreading to these restaurants. Now, this is a very serious pandemic, you guys. Walmart, Kroger's, and other stores have ran out of stock of hand sanitizer, as you know. It was crazy going inside Walmart the other day when I went in here and just seeing all the tissue. I was like, who is taking all the toilet tissue? It's ridiculous how people just get when a pandemic like this happens. But they were just going crazy, just buying up toilet tissue and soap and hand sanitizers. And thank God I was able to find the tissue somewhere else, along with hand sanitizer and along with soap. But I had to go to 3 different other stores. But they are working on stocking up more stores, to deal with this huge pandemic of the coronavirus. It's just coronavirus crazy, right? Now, I also read that they have placed a 2 minimum limit on the number of sanitizers in some places, such as the Lysol and the other cleaning products that people are purchasing so much of in the stores. And, you guys think about others. I know we are panicking and but it's almost like a, one-man show in this. It's like, okay, fend for yourself. We have to understand that other people want hand sanitizers and lotions and soaps and, just take consideration of someone other than yourself, okay? We are in this together of what's going on with this huge pandemic. So we got to be able to work together to be able to make sure everybody have what they need, okay? That's what we need to do as Americans, okay? Think about more than just your family, but everybody's family as well, okay? Now, I live in Georgia, and, as of today, it's been reported that 121 people are infected with the coronavirus so far, and only 1 death in Georgia. That's just one too many, even though it's just 1 death. That number may rise to 2 or 3 or who knows. I hope not. We're going to hope for the best, of course, but right now just 1 death so far has died from the coronavirus. And that person was over the age of 60, unfortunately. Now, what is Trump saying about all this? Well, according to USA Today, Trump said that he may create a stimulus package, okay? I was very shocked to hear about the stimulus package, and I know you guys was as well, to people, because he suggested that the nation could be heading toward a recession because of the virus, as he outlined. Far more stringent social distancing guidelines for the nation. And I wonder why. Maybe Trump will never admit it, but he sees that he sees Andrew Yang's freedom dividend of $1,000 a month that he's been talking about, right? I feel. And he feels that Trump, I feel, may think that it's a huge advantage to the people who are suffering from the pandemic of the coronavirus. So, it almost sounds like he's trying to listen and hear the needs of the people of what Andrew Yang was trying to say throughout his whole campaign before he dropped out of the presidential candidate race. Besides, when they asked Trump what are his plans of getting tests out for the people who need to test to see if they have the coronavirus, his answer was, he confused the public a little bit, and he said on Friday of last week that he didn't think that many tests would be needed. Okay, that's what he said. And I was like, what? I feel like we need as many tests as possible, but that's what he said. And he also stated that it's going way quickly, which will bring additionally 1.4 million tests on board next week and 5 million within a month. So I was like, that's that's a huge number. Okay. But that's what was said. Now, okay, moving forward, let me look at my notes here. It's so much going on, you guys. But Trump stated that, he stated, I doubt we'll need anywhere near that. And Trump also expressed that he felt that everyone should take a test. And that everyone shouldn't. I'm sorry. He felt that everyone should not take a test and that it's not necessary. And I was just like, what? I have to disagree with that. I think everybody should take a test if they feel they may have the coronavirus. That is. But Trump looked at the numbers, and this virus is spreading double digits. I mean, he's really not looking at the numbers the way he needs to be looking at the numbers. He's looking at it from a different perspective, thinking that, okay, well, everybody's just overly exaggerating. But no, we need these tests, and we need these tests out to as many people. I feel like even if you don't have the coronavirus, if you have any kind of symptoms, any kind of coughing, sneezing, anything, I think that you should take a test. Even if you think it's just a small cold, still take a test. It's better safe than sorry, you guys, because this is contagious, all right? And no one wants to have their loved one die from this, okay? Or themselves die from this. Now, first, when this virus broke out Trump was saying that it was a hoax. You remember that? Just like he's been known to lie and say other things like, about the impeachment hearings, there was a hoax, and global warming being a hoax, and, anything that America faces. But now, he's saying that we don't need everyone to take a test. I think we do need everyone, to take a test to be on the safe side. As many tests as possible. And I don't agree with, that statement whatsoever. We don't have tests for everyone because unlike other countries who are taking drastic measures to control the spread of this virus, we are so far behind, you guys, compared to these other countries like Korea, in China, which is where originally it came from, but they are on top of it now. They are, definitely getting the tests out. I mean, Korea's already gotten a drive-through test. I mean, where people can just drive up and take a test. We don't have any of that going on in America. And probably because for the longest, Trump just took it like a joke almost, like as if, okay, nonchalant, like he does, huge issues in America as usual. So we need someone that actually cares. But since we don't have anybody that actually cares about America, we're dealing with Trump. And so he needs to step up and definitely take this whole coronavirus pandemic serious, I believe. Because, we have a president, in my opinion, who is clueless. He does not take this, this huge pandemic of the coronavirus serious. Meanwhile, people in the U.S. are panicking. Schools, restaurants, businesses are closing. I mean, all kind of things are going on right now. And I feel before it's over, if we don't grab a hold of what's going on and take some kind of control to stop the spread of this virus, we will need martial law maybe to come into effect. I mean, you just never know. It can get really crazy. People just start breaking people's homes, trying to steal tissue and toilet paper and soap and, hand sanitizer. I mean, it can get really crazy where we might have martial law try to control things. It can get very violent, so we really need to grab a hold of this situation, and we need to do it now without no hesitation, because this is a very serious matter. People are dying. Millions and millions of people will die if we don't take control of this serious pandemic. Now, on the subject about former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders, we all know that they're in the final race for president for the Democratic side. And I'm not going to say a whole lot right now because I really just want to touch bases on the coronavirus, because to me, that's what's very serious. It's not really about politics or politicians right now or about who's going to win. It's really just about the fact that America and other countries, especially United States of America, we are in a serious crisis right now, and we need to do something right now to take a hold of this situation. We need our president to do everything that he can possibly do to make this matter, less chaos compared to what it is now with dealing with this coronavirus. And actually, we need to have him take it serious. I find it interesting that, some people Sunday, night was watching the Sunday night debates, and it was held without an audience, of course, with, former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders. And you know why? It was held without an audience because of the coronavirus. And so to keep people not spreading this coronavirus from one person to the next person, and they don't want to take a high risk like that. So they just had it, where it just be the two candidates against each other without the audience that they usually have, which I felt that was a good way to handle that kind of situation, because that's what serious, is a very serious matter. And it wasn't surprising to me that happened, because of the coronavirus outbreak. But both candidates agreed that Trump needs to be out of office, and they had different views and opinions on their policies. And Biden feels that the coronavirus is a national emergency and that we must take action immediately. Bernie Sanders, feels the spread of the virus is exposing more systematic problems, and it's untreated, and that, recently Trump's administration stated that it wants to give cash payments to American citizens during this hardship of this coronavirus pandemic. But the overall package may be around $1 trillion, and it will be the largest federal emergency fiscal package, you guys. But Trump feels that it will help boost the economy, helping Americans pay bills, rent, food, and more. And I believe it will too. And it sounds like, that Trump is actually really trying to take in consideration of what Andrew Yang's policy and what he's been trying to push about the $1,000 a month freedom dividend plan that he had when he was, trying to run for president, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Because Yang, he's been having these conversations throughout his whole campaign when he was running for president, and he's been trying to get this stimulus package, to $1,000 a month, saying that we need this money into the hands of American citizens. So it's sad to say that it took a huge pandemic such as the coronavirus to wake up these politicians and to wake up the world and to wake up this president of ours that we have in place, to realize that we need money. That's the only thing that's going to help. It's not going to change the virus, situation, because what's going to change the virus is an actual cure to the virus, but it will help the crisis of people that will be possibly off of work because of this huge pandemic of the coronavirus. The many children that are at school because their parents, schools are closing. The many people that were in restaurants and now they can't work as many hours because of the crisis, and the businesses that may end up losing a lot of money because more people are staying at home, or the people that are sick with the coronavirus are quarantining themselves in the house and they need to pay their medical expenses and they don't have any money to even get checked out, to even, get a test. Hopefully, we will have where test is free for all. I think I read something about that Trump is trying to give free tests to people that need the test and need to take the test. So I hope that is available, like they said. So we need all these things in place because we need to act, and we need to act now because, one by one, it could be one person come in a room, and that person that has the coronavirus will risk everybody that's in the room with that person can possibly get the coronavirus. That's how huge this pandemic is, you guys. So we need to take it serious. I've heard somebody in a restaurant today, some young boys, and they were saying to themselves, we don't wash our hands anyway, so why wash now? And they're not paying attention, because a lot of young people are thinking it's not going to happen to us. We're young. Okay, well, guess what? It's going to happen. And if it happens, it will happen to young and old. Yes, the older people are having a more effect. They are getting more sick from this coronavirus. But young people, I believe, will get sick as well if they're not taking precautions as washing their hands constantly throughout the day, not wiping their nose, and not touching everything that's in sight. And, I tell my girls all the time, wash your hands coming in, leaving. If you touch anything, wash your hands. If you eat, wash your hands. If you go to the bathroom, wash your hands. Wash. And use a hand sanitizer, because that helps as well. To keep germs. And also, if you're at home, do some cleaning, like take some bleach and water spray bottles and mix it into solution and spray it on the surfaces. Use some Clorox wipes and wipe down all your surfaces inside your home, such as your TVs, your entertainment centers, your dresser drawers. We need to do everything as American citizens to help, lessen the spread of this coronavirus. And it's hurtful to hear that a lot of people are still not registering what's really happening here. It's almost like the end of the world. Not saying we all are going to die. I don't want anybody to panic and say, oh my God, I'm going to die today. But, we pray not, but we don't know what our future will hold. We used to know what our future will hold. But right now with this coronavirus pandemic, we don't know what our future will hold. We can be here today and gone tomorrow. And this coronavirus is telling us that in so many words, that, hey, there is no age, there is no color on the coronavirus. It's not stopping for politics. It doesn't care who it attacks. So we need to treat this virus as something very serious and take it into our hands as American citizens to do the best we can to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Traveling, don't travel on the airplanes if you can help it. Drive, where you need to go. And like Trump said, 10 people or less. I'm saying less than 10 people. 10 people is way too many people. If you can have way less, like 3 or 4 people at a gathering, then do so. Try to avoid crowded places. We can do everything we can, because we need to do what we can as American citizens so we can be able to survive this huge pandemic of the coronavirus. All right. So in my next video, I will discuss more, in the next future video about the two candidates, about Biden and about Bernie Sanders. But today I just really want to touch bases on this coronavirus, you guys. If you're a young adult out there, you're in your 20s, or if you're a teenager out there that's watching this video, as well as adults, let's take this coronavirus serious. We can overcome this. I believe that we can, possibly overcome this, and everybody look back at this and be like, whew, we made it, but everybody has to work together to do everything we can to stay safe and protected from this virus. Okay. So you guys take care. Please watch me in my next video. Thank you guys for being good supporters and watching my video. Continue to support me, and continue to watch my further videos. Click like at the end of at the end of this video if you like it, and leave a comment. I will definitely, respond as soon as I possibly can. And stay safe out there and stay protected. All right. Cannot stress that enough. Goodbye. Deuces.